Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Disjunction. And we are here with Frank once again, guys, trying to follow the trail of clues to figure out who exactly framed Lamar. And that trail has led us here to Brighton Hollow, which is a hotbed of the Russian mafia and potentially a ghost from Frank's past, the gangster known as Zhirkov, who was actually responsible for Frank losing his eyes. Now, we're at a checkpoint here, very heavily guarded facility, and that guy right there has a ton of life. Holy crap. So we've got a normal thug, we've got a spider bot. Are you just patrolling? Yes, you are. Okay, this has a lot of potential to go badly. We're just going to hit and run, if we can. Now, I guess the question is... Alright, we can stun them. They're not as scary now. I'll take it. So we still need to find the upgrade kit. That is very much locked. Got our health back. Haven't actually had to use the first aid ability yet. We're going to call these guys Ivans. They look like Ivans. Excellent. Now, got a little bit of wiggle room right here. Love it. Good job, Frank. Okay, check the map. We are... Oh, wait a minute. It looks like I actually... Oh, I could open that from the other side. That's cool. And there was some lore up here, too, wasn't there? Excerpt from Popular Magazine. Ongoing conflicts in the Middle East. The seeds of the Iran-Saudi Arabia Cold War can be traced as far back as 1979, with the start of the Iranian Revolution. Tensions rose between Iran and Saudi Arabia during this period, as Iranian revolutionaries began to criticize the legitimacy of the Saudi regime. Over the next decade, relations between the two countries worsened considerably, and a number of other Middle Eastern nations became embroiled in the conflict. The United States eventually came to support Saudi Arabia and its allies, while Russia and China backed Iran as it battled with its adversaries for regional hegemony. Despite the involvement of other nations, many came to view the conflict as a front for the Second Cold War between the United States and Russia. Both superpowers devoted considerable resources to the proxy conflict of the mid-2020s, and their continued presence caused Iran-Saudi Arabia relations to deteriorate further. By 2031, tensions between Iran and Saudi Arabia reached a breaking point, and the conflict between the two nations escalated into a shooting war. Officially called the Caspian War, the armed conflict lasted for 9 years and intensified the military efforts of both the American and Russian governments. In exchange for favorable oil contracts and first rights to Iranian oil fields should the war result in victory, the United States provided Saudi Arabia with additional funding, military training, armaments, and even troops. Russia contributed similar material assistance to Iran and its allies, while China took a step back from the conflict and only pledged minor support. Military spending increased dramatically for the United States, and the political war wariness and economic uncertainty on the rise, the situation soon became reminiscent of the Vietnam War. It wasn't until the year following the economic collapse of 2039 that the United States finally withdrew from the Caspian War to focus on its own problems. The conflict proved catastrophic for probably everyone, I would assume. And that definitely echoes stuff happening today, doesn't it? Alright, looks like we are clear. Let's head to the next floor. Hopefully find that upgrade kit. Oh. Ooh. Oh. I'm right here. Oh, that is a shotgun. And that is a lot of bleeding. Fortunately, I think that was one of the things that I upgraded. So, we're back up. We are not in good shape energy-wise. So we're not going to have a whole lot of gadgets for this, but let's try and figure it out. Ooh. Okay, we're going to have to figure this out. We figured it out. Franking that baton, man. Okay, that's 2 energy. And the question is, which way to go? I assume since the door was right there, let's go ahead and travel this direction first. And you have a strange patrol path. I'll take it. As long as we don't have to use any energy. And hello there, key. Oh, we're committed. And we got our key card. So we definitely have the way out. That doesn't look good. Let's go ahead and try the other path. Drag some bodies. Oh, Lord. Oh, there's a gun. Serpentine, serpentine. So today I have learned that they actually don't set off the floor panels. I was wondering if that would be the case, and that was definitely not. Get that checkpoint. There's our upgrade kit. And right back up to where we were. See a little bit more of Frank's handiwork. So let's head this way. Holy crap. Okay, that's not nice. That's not nice at all. Okay, that's good. Keep it going. Gotcha. I don't know how much damage they do, but I assume that it is a metric ton, and I don't want to find out. And went that way, so Spider Walker over here. Not giving us a whole lot of ground to work with. Ew. I'll take it. Just enough. According to these files, the lab in Manhattan supplies the Russian mob with shard, which they then sell for a massive profit. Doesn't seem like the Russians know who owns the lab or even where the lab's located. That's interesting. The address of Zhirkov's penthouse is listed on here. If I want more answers, I better talk with him face to face. Eye to eye. Or cybernetic eyes to regular eyes. Yeah, I'd better get some sleep before going back out. Sounds good. Nothing... No phone or anything ringing? Job well done, Frank. Now the question is, who... Oh. I get to play as Frank some more. I am completely okay with that. Time to have a little chat with Zhirkov and find out what he knows about Lamar and Shad. You'd think he'd go in the middle of the night, but... I guess Frank just prefers to do his business during the day. Though if you think about it, so many shady deals happen at night. Maybe if you attack them during the day, they won't see it coming. Monorail! From Frank's apartment to Zhirkov's penthouse. Now, how well protected is this place going to be? Increase the radius of the smoke grenade. Damage healed. Oh, I didn't actually have the health booster. Now I do. With 20 XP. Let's do... I like that 15. Increases the chance or energy pickups by 50. Or we can just do stun baton and just general movement speed. Let's go with that. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Okay, huge penthouse. Gotcha. Spare no expense. Are those window... okay, cool. Oh, rotating lights. Okay, a new challenger has arrived. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum-bum. Very nice wallpaper. Okay, we almost found out what an Ivan could do. Just making sure that none of the... Alright, we're good. Just gonna want to see what we can do about just clearing the floor and then dealing with the consequences a little bit later. Then we can start backtracking to find stuff. Strawberry flavored. Or bubblegum flavored, whichever your preference is. Oh. I kind of had my fill of Roombas, to tell you the God's honest. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, I was on cooldown for the... That was my bad. I was trying to do the shock again. I think the shock was on cooldown, so that was the end of that tragic tale. Now we know, and knowing's half the battle. Keep on forgetting about the cooldowns. Alright, up we go. Fortunately, they don't see anything amiss when they see someone laid out. Already got full energy. Gotta be careful with that. Okay, now we patiently wait. Get our energy. Nothing to see here, folks. Alright. Keycard found. Much better. Let's go ahead and keep the good times going. That loops around. I think we took out everyone that we can take out right now. Tasty checkpoint. That's good. I think I might actually prefer those to the ones that just have the set patterns. You have a little bit more room to maneuver depending on the situation. Alright, so far so good. Zzz. Yep, nothing to... These guys must have, like, earpieces or something to keep them from actually hearing what's going on right next to them. Alright, something interesting is down here. Nonsense. Nonsense is what's down here. Maybe smoke grenade would be preferable in this situation. See if we can drop it right here. Alright, that is exactly what the smoke grenade is for. Cool. Now we gotta find Zhirkov and the upgrade kit. We're still on the first floor, though. I don't know if I want to call these guys Ivan so much as Seamus. Because they look like the pro wrestler Sheamus from WWE. Okay, was this just another path we could have taken? Alright. And Zhirkov should be happy because we haven't killed any... I mean, we've caused some property damage for sure. And some robots are going to need repairing. But... it could always be worse. Alright. I'll take that as a resounding success. Next floor. Ooh, lots of stuff around. Okay, we got a door we can't go into as of yet. We're gonna leave that alone. We'll deal with the human factor. And looks like we have no other choice but to go this way. Okay. Mm-hmm. Pay no attention to your fallen brother. Good deal. Ooh, I don't know if I can clear that. Okay, there was another one. I'm glad I actually went that path instead of just running. That could have been very bad for us. Marked by civil disorder and social chaos, due to the disastrous effect it had on the American people, the economic collapse of 2039, known more simply as the Collapse, is often considered to be the most devastating financial crisis since the Great Depression. Though a number of different factors led to the collapse itself, most economists agree that it was brought about primarily by diminishing oil reserves, investor uncertainty, mass worker protests, and war. For years prior to the collapse, the United States had been contributing a vast amount of resources toward the Caspian War. The price of oil products steadily rose during this period, and the European Union placed economic sanctions on both Russia and the United States for their involvement in the conflict. Civil unrest grew as the war took its toll on the American people, and the uncertainty of various financial markets intensified. The situation continued to decline until finally, in 2039, all these factors led to the sudden and catastrophic crash of the global economy. While the effects of the collapse were felt in countries all over the world, America was hit the hardest. Within the United States, unemployment rose to 23%, and total national income dropped by 52%. Good God. As prices, profits, and employment fell, American citizens lost much of their confidence in the nation's economic future. Millions of Americans found themselves without homes in the years that followed the collapse, and many such individuals began congregating in shanty towns in order to survive. Central City, the most famous of these settlements, became a refuge for thousands of homeless New Yorkers as the economic depression worsened further. After hitting its lowest point in 2042, however, the American economy slowly began to stabilize. It experienced 3 years of recovery and growth between 2043 and 2046, but another unexpected recession took place in 2047. Even in 2048, times are hard for the average American, and the repercussions of the collapse can still be seen throughout the nation. Economic disasters of this scale probably created the vacuum for which the huge megacorps were able to kind of rear their ugly heads, more so than they do now in the real world. Okay. So many Roombas. So maybe a good smoke grenade right here in the middle. Yep, that'll do. So what are we working with here? Definitely have a key we have to grab. We got 2 stationary spider bugs. We have 1 stationary spider bug. Didn't want to take any chances there. Besides, they're being very, very generous with their energy right now because of that buff that we have on Frank, so. So that guy is basically guarding that entire doorway. We don't need to be dealing with him right now. We do, however, need to be taking care of these guys. And getting this upgrade kit. Yeah. And I think we're getting close to the end here. Maybe we'll find the elusive Zhirkov, have a nice little chat. And we were full up on our ammo too, just in case we need to shoot him. Nothing to see here, folks. Pay no attention to the smoke cloud. Looking good. I think we're alone now. Okay, good stuff. Oh, he's got his gun. It's the private eye with a new set of eyes. I suppose it must have been hard for a private eye with no eyes. Do the scars still hurt? Yeah, I can show you what it feels like if you want. Well, if you were here for revenge, I would be dead already. Tell me why you're here, Mr. Private Eye. Why is there a lab in Manhattan sending you compounds to manufacture shad? Is that where they're coming from? We've been trying to track down the source of those compounds for months. Thanks for the information. You truly are an excellent detective. You better stop making sense or I'll put a bullet through your eye. It's hard to sound tough when I've heard you scream, Mr. Private Eye. A few months ago, we were contacted by a source on the underweb who wanted to do a deal. He provided us with shard compounds in exchange for a reignition of the gang war in the Harmonious Path. A crime syndicate comprised of various Chinatown gangs, the Harmonious Path is a powerful organization that exerts considerable influence over Chinatown and the surrounding districts. It was formed in 2040 by Justin Wu as a means to keep the gangs united while also regulating their criminal activities. Though the syndicate flourished under Wu's leadership, his mysterious death in October 2048 enabled Tony Kang to usurp his position. Since then, the Harmonious Path has been involved in considerably more violent crime, and its relations with the Russian mafia have rapidly deteriorated. The Chinese. Why? Is this how most private eyes do their jobs? By asking people questions at gunpoint? We never figured out who he was or what his motives were. All we knew is that he himself called himself Demir. At first we thought he might have been part of a rival mob looking to make a power play, but no other mob has shard. We tried to trace the source through the underweb but didn't get anywhere. In any case, we accepted the deal. Shard is worth its weight in gold, and we never liked the Chinese anyway. It doesn't sound very profitable to go to war just so you can sell drugs. You wouldn't make a very good mobster or drug dealer. You're in the right profession, Mr. Private Eye. One last thing. Does the name Lamar Hubbard sound familiar? The Central City leader? All I know is what I see on the news. Bullshit. You think poorly of me, Mr. Private Eye. I had never heard of Lamar Hubbard until his face was plastered all over the TV after he killed that cop. I have no reason to lie to you. You might. I have no way of knowing that. You've broken into my safe house and have me at gunpoint. You could take my terminal and access all my files. You'll find no mention of Lamar Hubbard. What now? I tried to think. I think Frank being a private eye, though he would be really tempted to kill Zhirkov, would put him in jail. So, there's enough evidence linking you to shot production for the cops to put you away for a long time, Zhirkov. I'll let them deal with you. You surprise me, Mr. Private Eye. I thought burning your eyes out had changed you for the better. I'm sad to see you're still just a pig rooting around in shit. You're lucky I'm not killing you, Zhirkov. There's something bigger going on that you aren't seeing. And maybe some time in prison will fix that. You should be more worried about yourself, Mr. Private Eye. As soon as you put me behind bars, you'll have the wrath of Mother Russia bearing down on you. Then you're gonna be sad to hear that I don't have anything left to lose. See you around, comrade. After you, Mr. Private Eye. I'm sure you know the way. And we grab him. We'll see. He's just talking a lot of trash. November 22nd, 2048. Chinatown. Oh, do we get to... Okay, cool. This is Elaine Chen with your evening news broadcast. Tensions between the Chinatown Tong known as the Harmonious Path and the Brooklyn-based Russian Mafia have reached a boiling point after the mysterious assassination of Harmonious Path leader Justin Wu last month. Ceasefire between his organization and the Russian Mafia. Ever since his death, violence has steadily increased in the streets of Chinatown. In addition to brokering the recent ceasefire between the Chinese and Russian mobs, Mr. Wu was known in the criminal underworld for uniting the many Chinatown gangs into the Harmonious Path several years ago. Tony Kang, his apparent successor, is rumored to favor a reignition of the war that decimated both criminal organizations. An unpredictable man with a penchant for violence, Tony Kang is the current leader of the Chinatown Tong known as the Harmonious Path. His organization deals in extortion, racketeering, drug trafficking, and a number of other illegal activities. Despite the obvious dangers, it is rumored that he intends to reignite the war between the Path and the Russian Mafia. It is now all but certain that Mayor Montgomery will sign the bill with defense contractor Bishop Krause, allowing the corporation to permanently supplement the NYPD with their own security forces. As crime continues to increase around the city, support for the contract has reached an all-time high. Yeah, someone is definitely causing all this stuff to happen. Are we about to jump into the new character? Yes, we are. Looks that way. Alright, guys, well, I think that this is a perfect place to go ahead and end the episode. We get to play the final character. We got a little bit of revenge for Frank to Zhirkov, and we didn't kill him. So he'll spend a lot of time in prison. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.